shoot, brother, sip of coffee. Cup of coffee in the big time, brothers. Welcome all. Shoot brothers, shoot sisters, shoot daddies, shoot ladies.
Shoot champions.
Shoot champions.
Yeah, there's a new title that any of us are eligible for, but we'll get to that much later in the show.
Welcome all, everybody, back to the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast, the only wrestling podcast out there, which is hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, and my co-host, Mr. Mike the Shoot Shepherd.
He said it. Woo. Yeah.
I said it all right. Because this is how it's going to start. Mike the Shoot Shepherd. Mm-hmm. And then once the show gains more popularity, we're going to have to cut out one of your names. So you'd be like Mike the Shoot or something.
Then eventually just the Shoot.
And then eventually either...
You're like, well, yo, Shoot, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it works your way down to M Shoot.
Yeah.
And it's how you make your way. That's what happens on the main roster. Folks, we have a great show coming up. We have our... coming up very shortly is the Money in the Bank 2019 review.
Yeah. Right now, about.
Right now, about now. And then huge fallout on the shows after that. Of course, we have a tweet of the week. We'll give you our wrestler of the week. And, of course, trivia right when we come back from our break. Yes. But, Mike, I think we should just jump right into Money in the Bank. Review. Arguably, outside the four major pay-per-views, this is maybe a solid fifth, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd say for the last, 5, 6, however many years, it's definitely been considered. I mean, yeah, like Survivor Series is never really a lot on the line. It's just like, oh, Raw won every match this year. Okay.
Well, Braun Strowman eliminates everybody again, and then
Yeah, Money in the Bank, it's exciting. There's 2 briefcases in play, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Did you watch the pre-show there?
I did not.
Yeah,
I
only
did
one
not.
match.
See, I also did not watch this one live. Of course, there was this was a big night just for.
Yeah, I did have my laptop with the Raptors game on it.
Well, if you're a 3-time fan, I mean, we had a Raptors game tonight. We had or on that night, Money in the Bank and the Game of Thrones series finale.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Nothing. I couldn't care about.
But it was a big night for entertainment.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but no Money in the Bank. That's where I was at, and the Raptors. But both in the pre-show here, we had the one match: Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. But it wasn't for the titles for some reason. I guess they never really said it was. So, but great tag match. Usos get the win. Bryan eats the pin after the double Uso splash. So Rowan still looks strong. Doesn't really hurt Bryan to get pinned because he's still Daniel Bryan. So yeah, good tag match. What do you expect from the Usos? They never go wrong.
And the Usos, are they Raw champs?
No.
Okay.
I should be.
I saw the highlights of this, and
well, they're still. That's the thing. Yeah, they're fucking feuding with SmackDown. I don't know. Yeah. So that's your pre-show. Everything else, the standard interviews, Sam Roberts being, whatever.
But I did notice the team of Daniel Bryan and Rowan still have the class or the blue SmackDown Live.
Yeah, we haven't got custom. I mean, who knows if they'll do them at all? This title run might not last as long as his other ones, but it'd be nice if they did that just for fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh well, yeah, that was your pre-show, and then that brings us right to the main show. They start right off the bat with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, where you get Naomi, Natalya, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Carmella, and Nikki Cross replacing Alexa Bliss, which, as I alluded to last week on the show.
Yes, you did. We thought this was going to happen.
Yeah. We don't give you wrong information on this show, but no, this was a fun match. These women worked really hard to.
I loved
throw
it.
in some. Yeah, they threw in those crazy spots. Naomi doing athletic, like ducking splits under these ladders, and she was dressed like a bumblebee.
For some reason, Ember Moon did her eclipse off of a ladder that was kind of like set up outside the ring.
Yeah, it was weird. Did you see early on when Carmella she injured her knee? Or at first it seemed legit, but then she came back obviously later.
It did look possible, I think.
Yeah,
the way
it seemed like Mandy did the C trigger into the ladder with Mella's leg in the middle. And then the way Carmella acted after, Mandy kept to follow up to kept hitting her. She's like, "Get away from me!" She's pushed her away.
I did see that. It did look like maybe she was
Yeah.
legit hurt. Yeah, because I think Mandy Rose went in for like another punch or something else.
Yeah.
And then Carmella had to yell at her to get away. And then, but that gives us our shenanigans. That gives us our shenanigans there in the middle. Yeah. Of course, at one point, Sonya Deville comes out and puts Mandy Rose like in a fireman carry or firewoman carry, I should say. I'm sorry, shoot non-binary.
Fire people carry.
The fire people. And brings her up, and she almost grabbed it.
Yeah, but no, that's when Bayley comes back to life and climbs up the other side, shoves him down, grabs the briefcase for herself. So happy to see Bayley win.
Something I alluded to last week when I said Bayley's walking out. You know what? This I'm just looking at the time of this match, 13 minutes and 50 seconds. I thought this match
They fit a lot in.
I thought I was going to say I thought this match was way longer just by how much they actually did in this match. I was watching it just thinking to myself, damn good women's match.
Yeah, there was a couple other, there was a spot when Dana Brooke was just dangling by the case above the ring off the ladder, and when they had Bayley sandwiched in between the ladder, just kind of kept closing it on her, and that was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that was a good spot.
Yeah,
I don't think
these ladies
seen
worked
that
hard.
Before.
Yeah, no, they did lots of good ladder shit. Bayley wins. Crowd was happy. This was a bit of a rejuvenation for Bayley tonight. So, yeah, good match. Great match. Good opener.
Great match all around. Just keep adding, Bayley's a tag champ, a Raw champ,
Money in the Bank
Money in the Bank. Was she an NXT women's champ?
Yes.
I guess she was. She was just pre-Divas belt.
Yeah. Becky was the only one of the big four, the four horsewomen that never won the NXT women's title.
She never did.
No. She got called up before she got a chance, but that is interesting. And look where she is now. She's the biggest one of all.
The biggest one of them all.
Yeah.
Well, let's slow down on that. Let's slow down.
Well,
on
the
that.
careers, we're still early in the careers.
Great match. And of course we still have one more Money in the Bank ladder match to go.
Yeah, that'll bookend the show. But right on next, we got Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. WrestleMania rematch here. This one was very quick. And
it was slightly longer than the actual WrestleMania match itself.
But there was 2 injuries in the span of 2 minutes. So Samoa Joe's nose instantly gets busted open and he's bleeding pretty good. And then Joe goes for a power bomb, but Rey reverses it into a Hurricane Rana. Pin gets the 3 count, even though Joe's shoulder was clearly up, which the commentary was going nuts over. Or at least
clearly up.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was on purpose or because that kind of fucked with the refs for the rest of the night, it seemed. They were a couple times where they were hesitating on 2 counts. But yeah, Rey wins. He's your new U.S. champ. Then Dominic comes out to celebrate after, and then Joe beats up Rey, keeps beating him up, and Dominic just kind of looks on from ringside. He didn't get involved here. I wanted to see him do something.
We're going to see it soon. We have to build our way up to there. Okay, wait. So, Joe's shoulder was up, but is that that's the finish is still Mysterio beating?
Yeah, he wins the title. There's no video. I mean, sometimes on the same show they can come up and be like, "Wait, we're restarting the match." But if it doesn't happen, then title change.
It's I wonder, adding a ref's, it's the ref's fault into it, just kind of makes it feel like a normal sport.
Yeah, it happens in sports. Refs blow games.
It's watching a Raptors game.
Yeah, or San Jose getting all that help in the NHL this year.
The that game 7 against the Golden Knights. Yeah, that crazy
5-minute major. Too. And then did you see the hand pass that was
hand pass?
Yeah, there was multiple, and those were both. Anyways, they lost last night. They got eliminated by the St. Louis Blues, so fuck them. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Dominic came out, didn't do nothing, and apparently Rey Mysterio injured his shoulder during this short match, so within the span of 2 minutes, Joe broke his nose, Rey Mysterio fucked his shoulder up, and Dominic Yeah. And then
that's what we need for the U.S. title to go missing again.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then we go backstage. We see Braun Strowman looking around for Sami Zayn. He can't find him, so we'll get back to that.
Oh yeah, didn't this whole thing open with just with Sami Zayn coming up to Hunter?
Yeah, I forgot to mention. It's like, Hunter, you gotta
protect me. You gotta protect me.
Yeah. So
he's
so that was a little storyline ongoing throughout the show here,
which was pretty cool. I mean, take a step back from the in-ring action. That could that can change the vibe. Yeah. Instead of throwing a pointless match in or something. Just bring us
on a
pay-per-view,
on a pay-per-view it's fine because it's normally just a match. It's good to have some some shenanigans in between. Keep the flow. I don't know. Fun.
Keep the flow. What's next?
We got the grudge match. Steel cage. The Miz versus Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon. Shane was just playing the cowardly role, trying to escape as quick as he could. Well, Miz wanted to inflict some punishment, so eventually they got the chair in there. Michael Cole was freaking out at one point because a pinfall was broken up by a rope break.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
you can't.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a weird one.
Cole was wrong because you can still break up a pin with a rope break. It's just
there's
you
no
don't get
like that's
disqualified.
not a disqualification. Like
No,
I heard him say it.
Yeah, you can't just pin a guy, like put him up against the cage and be like, his shoulders are against.
His shoulders are against the cage. 1, 2, 3.
We got somewhat of a Shane fall here when he was at the top of the cage and Miz like pulled him in and he just fell down. It was pretty. The fall was cool. It's it was unprotected. He just fell right down on his back.
Superplex off the thing.
Yeah, and then the finish came when they're both at the top of the cage again. Miz was trying to get him back in, and then Shane just slips out of his shirt and falls to the floor, and that's how he went.
He slips out of his greasy little shirt.
Yeah, it's because that's why he works up that sweat all the time. It's a defensive mechanism.
Yeah,
just instant.
Yeah, that's it. That's it exactly. You know what? His little
he secretes,
tomato stuck in the drain. Wet tomato stuck in the drain.
If we could get David Attenborough to narrate, it's like, he secretes the fluids to escape from his prey.
So this is still going on, and
the feud. Yeah, Miz poor guy can't win a damn match against Shane.
Not only this, and I think we see the actions, kind of like on the follow up shows the next couple of days. But Shane O'Mac's looking like a top heel right now.
Yeah, he's pretty much.
He's getting a lot of screen time between two shows. That's for sure.
I heard this is his record. He's wrestled on 5 straight pay-per-views now, which is the most of any McMahon to wrestle 5 straight, unless you count Triple H's McMahon. Ha.
And it only took him until he was like 50. He's 50 in doing this. My God.
Yeah, it's crazy. But after this, we go backstage again, and Sami Zayn's found hanging upside down, unconscious. And Triple H could only assume it was Braun that did this.
I mean, you can only assume, right? To pick somebody up, you would have to be so strong.
Yeah, that's tremendous strength. And,
strength.
Brian's got a motive. He's got a motive.
And height,
it's
also. You
law.
would need enough height to like put him up there.
Yeah, Drake Maverick wasn't getting him up there.
Also, like, why are you... See, this seems like one of those things where, why is Braun at work? Like, he has no actual reason to be there. Because on a normal SmackDown and Raw, like anyone can just come up to fit and just ask for it, right? Or you put on your slacks, your wrestling slacks, you get greased up, and then just start running around backstage. Like that makes sense.
Well, Triple H had orders this night that Braun wasn't allowed in, so got to listen to the boss.
And then he still came. He still showed up.
He still came. Yeah, he just probably just walked by. Security doesn't know anything. He's like, "Hey, I know you. You on the show? Come on in."
Because to me, isn't that just kind of like, have you ever gone to your job when you don't work, like on your day off?
No, not unless it's like, a store that you happen to work at and you got to go to the store anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's about it. But no, I'm not
going to go shopping. So
yeah, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go.
Just hang out in hang out in the staff room at work, because that's essentially what you're doing when you show up, and then just sit and backstage. I don't know, Braun. Good on you though for your.
Maybe he likes the catering. I've heard they got pretty good catering. WWE
that's
free
a good
meal.
point. And I bet he eats a lot.
He's got he's just got to consume all those calories.
All those calories. Oh my God. Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, he's in good shape. Like you've seen, he's ripped now. But yeah, he's fucking. Anyways, that's for body talk. This is not body talk.
Body talk. Body talk.
Remember those body breaks on TV?
Body break. Body break.
Body break.
I remember those.
White woman, black guy. Yeah.
I saw them once.
In person, were they wearing jogging suits?
No, I don't remember what they were wearing, but I saw them in the wild. It wasn't at like a body break thing. I just saw them one time.
Just regular, and they were together, so they're actually like a real couple.
Of course. Oh, you know that they're happily married. Come on.
Oh yeah, she likes the.
Nope, don't go there. That's
what.
Nope, just
a healthy, working, active gentleman.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear.
All
That's
right.
what I want to hear.
Yes. Yes, but speaking of gentlemen, the man, Becky Lynch, her first match of the night up next is... Oh, wait, no, I forgot about that. Triple H accuses Braun of attacking Sammy backstage. Strowman denies. Oh, wait, I fucking skipped the cruiserweights, too. Jesus Christ.
Skipping all over the place. It's okay. Yeah. I also fast-forwarded. I fast-forwarded through this little chunk of time also.
Yeah. So normally the cruiserweights are forgotten anyways. Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari. This match probably should have been on the pre-show because the crowd was not really into it. It was nothing special. Tony Nese retains the title, so there you go.
Tony, way to go, big Tony boy.
Tony!
Hey, Tony.
And then we had the segment, Braun gets accused, and then blah, 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 kicks him out. And then we got the man.
There Becky you go.
There we go. Versus the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans, for the Raw Women's title. And Lacey, you got to give her the outfit of the night here when she came out. The big sparkling green with the huge hat.
I was probably not paying attention to the specific outfit.
Oh man, it was like a sombrero size, but like all sparkly, and then she had these two holsters,
like the sun hat thing.
Yeah, and then these two guns that shot out dollar bills. Like, it was pretty.
Oh, sweet. I didn't see that at all. I didn't notice that at all. I must.
Yeah,
have
you missed the entrance of the night.
Entrance.
Oh, I would never skip these women's entrances. But yes, it was awesome. Her boots also had an image of her hitting Becky with the woman's right. So lots of great. This whole outfit I could go on, but no, save that for fashion talk. Next week's fashion talk.
Too many talks. Oh my God, we can't do a fashion.
But no, this match, it was good. It didn't go too long, but I enjoyed it for what it was. At one point, Lacey pulled out her hanky and wiped herself down. And
where's she pulling those out of, by the way?
Oh, that was right down in the trousers. So if someone could get a hold of that hanky for me.
You think if she has, like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
So I can clone Lacey. No. Yeah. So the finish comes.
That's worse. It's a worse reason.
What? Okay. She's the perfect woman, is she not? Isn't that her whole gimmick?
Yeah, I guess that is.
Yeah.
We're
playing gimmicks here. This is our show.
That's a good point.
Finish. Let's get on.
Let's keep going.
Oh, yeah. So the finish comes when Lacey, she goes for a roll-up, and then the ref just kind of doesn't count because I think he was scared from earlier. And then Becky reverses it into the disarmer, and Lacey taps out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can understand the ref having to get the right perspective on it. Yeah. You know, because it was kind of like I remember that the way he was, it was like you couldn't see the other side. It was like the reverse Samoa Joe thing that just happened. Yeah, but yeah, if we want to stir up some ref controversies, 100% down. That being said though, nothing beats a tap out. You can't miss a tap out.
Nope. Yeah, so Lacey loses clean here. So, even though I was rooting for her a bit, I didn't expect her to win on her first big match out against the man. Not. But after the match, Charlotte comes out right away. She's like, "Come on, Becky, let's go. No break." So that's what we get. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title.
Immediately.
I mean, these two, they have great chemistry. So the match, it was good for what it was, but it was back-to-back. And then, eventually at one point, Lacey Evans comes back out, and she nails Becky with the woman's right when the ref isn't looking. So then this allows Charlotte. She goes for a move, but Becky gets the quick roll-up. We think she almost has her, but Charlotte kicks out and hits Becky with the big boot for the win. So she is now a 9-time women's champion. 9 times. Yeah, goddamn.
God damn. Well, Becky had
They're just rushing
one of these.
I know, but they're just rushing her to 16. That's all they want. 17. They're just rushing.
Oh, they're trying to get her to. They're trying to get her to that number.
Flair's. Yeah. But luckily, after the match, we had Lacey come back and Charlotte. They were beating up Becky, and then Bayley comes out to make the big save. Crowd was chanting, "We want Bayley" before this. They beat up the two women, and then she notices Charlotte's knocked out, and she's like, "All right, let's cash it in right now." She gets the briefcase, cashes it in, hits the big elbow drop for the pin, and the title wins. So,
and the title win and the cash in.
Yeah, and the crowd was happy. Crowd was going nuts for this. So big night for Bayley. This really seemed to build her back up a bit. I can hold off on the heel turn for a bit because this was a great night for Bayley.
It seemed like it took a little too long. Just as I don't know. I felt like
cashing in.
Yeah, it was like maybe
she milked it.
Yeah, there was like 10 seconds there where I'm just like, no, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, and it's weird. They blatantly, the rules always change anyways. But yeah, when she cashed in, Charlotte was laying on the ground completely out, and the ref just let it happen. But there's been other times where the ref had to. It's like, no, if the opponent can't stand and he's not ready, then you can't have the match. So
That's a,
It
that's
was
a good
weird.
point. That's a good point. I
Yeah.
prefer this style of
Yeah, I mean, the whole point is supposed to be anytime, anywhere, no matter what.
24/7, baby. 24/7.
So Bailey, 24/7. We'll get to that later too. But Bailey wins, big night. Everyone loves Bailey. Well, not everyone, but I do. So good shit. And man, we got some more stuff that I've been wanting for a while tonight. Because backstage we see Roman Reigns walking, then Elias sneaks up, smashes him with a guitar.
Smack.
And but what's he gonna do? He's got no guitar now. Oh, or does he though? Because Elias comes out and he's got an electric guitar. This is something I've been wanting.
This was
for months.
exciting for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I mentioned
Okay,
this a
let's keep
while
going.
ago. I mean, not that it was that different from what he normally does, but it was just fun to see. And electric is a bit easier to play, so some of his stuff sounded a tiny bit smoother. It was fun.
Do you think Elias takes guitar lessons?
I think he has a guitar with him on the road and he just practices.
And do you think Vince McMahon pays for those lessons?
I'm sure Vince would be willing to, for sure.
I mean, like, but that can be an extra like $50, like every week. Every week, that's $50 that Vince McMahon has to pay out of his own pocket
That's nothing.
to help
Vinny,
to help some hippie play guitar.
he's starting a football league next year. He can afford it.
Exactly, he needs every penny he can get. Football, not
Like,
not
write it
hot
off.
right now.
Write it off. Taxes. It's musical.
Oh, is this a charitable donation
yeah.
to the Elias Guitar Fund?
Yes.
Okay, I see it
Yeah,
now.
Elias, he's helping handicapped children walk again with the Walk with Elias Fund. There we go. So he did, we got the nice
that's a freebie,
electric.
Vince. Vince, you can have that one. Charity
Yeah.
Walk with Elias.
But he did play his nice electric thing. They were in Hartford, so we had to insult them by mentioning the Hartford Whalers.
You got to go sports every time. You got to go sports
Yeah.
every time. It's
The
it's
Hartford
the
Whalers.
universal language.
To this day, they still have one of the best uniforms of any sport.
It would be like, at SummerSlam, Elias will either make a comment about Kawhi Leonard or not.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what
he'll
I'm
say something
saying,
about
though,
the Leafs
Doug?
anyways. Yeah, he'll try to rip into us. Hopefully, it'll be hard to rip into a championship-winning basketball team.
That's the thing, right? So it would just be ripping on
He'll
the
just go
Leafs.
Leafs. Yeah, like, Leafs.
Yeah, at least that one makes a little more sense, though, sometimes.
But, he plays his thing, and then after his performance, he does the rock star pose on the ramp with the fist in the air, and then Roman comes out, Superman punches him. and they
Superman
get-
punch!
Yeah. And then we do get the quick squash match. Roman Reigns wins with the spear.
So when's Roman going to have a real match?
In Saudi Arabia.
I mean a real... I mean like a
Against
real...
Shane McMahon.
I mean like a real match that's going to mean
Yeah.
something.
Maybe SummerSlam.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, we're still...
Eh,
I do notice it too now. Roman's getting more and more booze as it goes on.
yeah.
Yeah, it's happening. It's going to
Maybe
happen
that's
again.
almost it's maybe that's like a term of endearment. Like, we're happy you're better, but
Boo.
we're not treating you different because you're sick. We're treating you normal, right? Isn't that what you want?
That's a good point. I mean, when something terrible happens to somebody, they always say, like, just treat me like nothing's different.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, fuck you, Roman.
I mean, at least they are like he's not right back in the main event. He's not right back in the Universal title picture. They're gonna have him in these little feuds for
That
a
being
while.
said, though, there's no kind of mid-card picture going on either. Finn isn't doing his own thing.
Yeah. Well, Finn. Yeah, they've been
Samoa
booking
Joe,
him.
I guess Samoa Joe, but that's kind of gone back and forth due to injuries and things like that.
Yeah. They've both been having bad luck. No mid card, but
And then no tag belts really either.
especially on Raw, those have just been gone since
Oh
Ryder
my
and
god!
Hawkins won.
Why
them.
are they bringing us new championships when we can't
Yeah.
even define the ones we have?
I don't know,
My
but
God! More
one that we do-
more championships. Yeah, $400 a belt.
$400.
Is that how much they cost?
Well, for our versions, I think the ones they have on television are a bit better.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
You don't think they just use the replica? You don't think they just go to like the merch table before and
Yeah, like, I grab one of those.
grab one of those? Yeah. Put the different faceplates on it and they're good to go.
Oh yeah. But we do have a Universal Championship match up next here. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. And
a dream match, some would say.
Yes. And it was. This was a great match. Amazing match. Match of the night. Two of the best wrestlers in the business going at it. What more do you need?
What more do you need? We got all the hits in, the calf crusher in the middle. Every time AJ Styles gets that calf crusher in the middle of the ring, I think he's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's a finisher. It can work. So
he sells me on it every time. And I'll be honest, it rarely actually works in a big pressure situation. But every single time, I kind of stand up because I think that's it. Eventually, of course, Seth Rollins gets the fucking stomp.
Yeah, but a lot of cool stuff in this match. That spot where Rollins did the inverted version of his superplex off the top rope and into the Bloody Sunday, and that other awesome counter when Rollins went for a curb stomp, but AJ caught him and transitioned it right into the Styles Clash.
That one was huge.
That was awesome. Near fall. The crowd was going nuts after that. But yes, Rollins did eventually hit the curb stomp and get the pin. And what a match. Would love to see these two go at it again in a main event. Give them an extra 5 or 10 minutes, and that could easily be 5 stars. Because this match was on its way to 5 stars. I mean, you could call it 5 stars if you want. But.
It was on its way, right? But it's I guess it's one of those things.
It just needs a bit more minutes.
We complain about bullshit title defenses on pay-per-views, and then we get a good one, and then we're like, well. No, this is a main event type thing.
No, I mean, it was still an awesome match. But
Hell yes, it was.
Yes.
God,
I'd love to see more.
Is so good.
Yeah, he's just phenomenal, as he says.
So good.
And after the match, they did the AJ. He offers the handshake. Seth hesitates, but then he accepts. So there you go.
That's good. The respect shown.
Yeah.
Which is a great way. I mean, when we've seen a little bit of AJ heel turn, but maybe it was just kind of build this match up, and then AJ Styles will go back to being face man, doing his own thing for the time being. Because right now this main event scene is sort of all over the place.
Yeah, the Universal title. I guess who's he facing at? That stupid show.
No, the Saudi Arabia show. I haven't even looked at the
I
thing.
don't even know.
I learned that Triple H and Randy Orton are going at each other. I learned that.
In a non-sanctioned match, they call it.
Whatever the hell that means, but
this whole pay-per-view should be non-sanctioned.
Yeah, seriously. But. I love it when the build to a match is a video package. That's how you know that there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, the history.
Just evolution.
You can see back.
Yeah. Evolution.
Randy didn't have sleeves then. Whoa.
I know, it's weird. And he didn't have the little fleece vest.
Oh, his hoodie. His little hoodie vest.
Hoodie vest. That's what it is.
I've never had a desire to have a hoodie vest.
I had a sweater one time that one of the sleeves got stained.
Yeah.
It was a gray sweater and it got stained, so I did cut off the sleeves. I had it was pretty sick. It was a pretty cool look.
It's like a fighter. It's like a fighter's. I mean, if he wore the hood up, I think I'd like it better.
Well, I was going to say,
like
here's the difference. I wore it with like a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, like a boxer, running through the street.
Yeah, I didn't.
Training.
I mean, if I wore my sweater vest or sweatshirt vest with like tights, it would look weird. It would look weird every time, and I wouldn't blame somebody for thinking it looks odd. But I think as a normal fashion choice, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, the Rand Man agrees with you.
Dude, just give me 10 minutes with Randy Orton. That's all I want.
You don't want the Lucha House Party?
Oh my God! See, I also skipped past this, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was. So the Lucha House Party come out. Lars Sullivan attacks, and then his head got busted open. While beating the Lucha, he was bleeding out of his head.
A bunch of blood tonight.
And then, I saw after Kalisto, he tweeted and deleted something about, he's like, I got you, Sullivan, or something. I guess, he's
gotcha.
It was something, but he's like, I got you, I made you bleed, you, blah, blah, blah. So.
I didn't know that tweets had an Hispanic inflection.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that was a quick something there, and then we get our other world title match. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Good match. Didn't quite have the emotion of his WrestleMania match, but good in-ring work here.
Of course, champ's got to defend.
Yeah, and Kofi, he's continuing. He looks strong. He's a fighting champ.
Yeah.
Owens goes for the Swanton Bomb, but Kofi gets his knees up and then hits the Trouble in Paradise for the win. So, yeah, good for him. Good for Kofi. He keep the title. Keep the title for a bit.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking too. I mean, Kevin Owens needed. I guess this is Kevin Owens' second pay-per-view match since coming back.
Did he fight at Mania?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think he came back right after, and he was a babyface.
There's kind of been 2 for 3 so far.
I wish they kept him babyface a bit longer there. He was having some fun.
I know. We didn't have to turn him so fast.
Yeah. Just to lose this match, yeah, it was.
When Shane McMahon's your top heel, I mean, you got to start throwing more people in there.
I think, I guess because of the other storyline, but why couldn't someone like Sami Zayn be in this match? Or I don't know. Oh well, doesn't matter. Kofi wins. Kofi looks good. On to the main event.
It's main event time, folks. The Money in the Bank ladder match.
Money.
Between so we've got Mustafa Ali, Andrade, we got Baron Corbin, we got Finn Balor, we got the Ricochet and the Ran Man.
Yes. No Sami Zayn.
No Sami Zayn though, because he's
only 7 people.
Reverse crucified right now.
Yes. We call
it was a hot match. It was a hot match. A lot of spots going on.
Yes. Finn Balor was my MVP, man. He took so many beatings.
That was a big one. Andrade comes down.
I love the way Andrade did the sunset flip, and then the way Finn Balor just bounced up off the ladder. It was like, boing.
There was a lot of hang time there. I think Ali and Andrade had a Spanish fly off of.
Yeah, off the ladder. That was
off
awesome
the ladder
spot.
onto the my MVP. Sure, why not? So Randy Orton stood in 2 places and did 6 things. He stood by the announcer's table and then went 1, 2, 3. And then I think he got up on the edge of the ledge of the ring, hits his fucking DDT, and then he does it again, gets thrown out, and then you never see him again. MVP, Randy Orton, working it into your contract that you stand in 2 places, do 6 things, and then you get the fuck out of there.
He did do one arcade. I forget if it was Ali or Ricochet. They were climbing the ladder, and he pulled them off and caught them midair.
Yeah, one of them. Actually, I think it was.
Or I don't know. It was one of the guys.
There was that one other move, but high five.
It wasn't
for Randy
Drew
Orton.
McIntyre. I know that much.
High five for Randy Orton. He didn't take a single bump.
Yeah. But Ricochet, he was the one that got broken through the ladder that was set up on the outside.
That was cool.
Yeah. Orton was climbing the ladder at one point, and then Andrade did the springboard drop kick and just kind of kicked the ladder right over. Mm-hmm. But then the ending comes when Ali's at the very top. It looks like he's going to grab it, but then big bad Brock Lesnar shows up. And then, Corey's just shouting, he's the 8th man! He's the 8th man! Lesnar's the 8th man!
So I guess in theory, anybody could have come out.
Well, so I think Lesnar was always signed up. He's just why would I come out at the beginning of the match when I can just wait till the end and win? There's nothing that says I can't. So I don't think anyone could have just taken this spot.
It's like that. Someone did that in the Women's Royal Rumble. Where they just stood outside the
Becky
ring.
Lynch got the last. Oh
no, Lesnar's the iconic.
The one iconic.
One of them just waited for the other one.
Yeah, and you're allowed to do that technically. So
right. I guess.
Yeah, so Lesnar, fucking stupid ass Brock Lesnar climbs the ladder, wins the Money in the Bank. Boo, lame. Crowd was booing this. I didn't like it. Great match, but fuck Brock Lesnar.
Great match, crazy ending. And you know what, though? It
was a surprise.
Yeah, if you would have told me last week, hey, you know what? Brock Lesnar's going to come in at the very end and take the briefcase. There's no way. You'd be fucking saying. If there's one person, in the world who actually did say that, then, holy shit.
Well, there it is. Mr. Money in the Bank.
The Beast in the Bank. There you have it, folks.
Yeah, Beast in the Bank.
Brock Lesnar and Bayley are your 2 champs,
Bayley's cashed it in already. She's got hers. So, the women's is out of play for another year, and the men's is on a shit holder.
Well, see, yeah, and that's always the fight that you have,
Like, I've
right?
been waiting.
I mean,
It's been like, I want a good Money in the Bank holder. It's been a couple years now since we've had a good Money in the Bank.
and the night of cash-in we had last year with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, so that was the same.
And Carmella held it for a while. Carmella held it for a long time,
yeah, she held it for a long time.
or
but-
like the appropriate amount of time that one should hold a briefcase or something. And I think Baron Corbin had the failed cash in, and then Braun had the not really a cash in. So we're kind of a few years behind.
Yeah, we haven't had that real good, especially on the men's side. Like the real good, he got in, he stole the title, a shocking moment. No. Haven't had that.
Shocking moment like that Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, like Ambrose, Rollins, Edge, any of those classic Dolph Ziggler's, CM Punk, some of the best. The Miz. I can keep going.
I mean, I guess any cash and that's the thing. More often than not, a cash in is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's exciting. You see them running out the briefcase, like, oh, this is it.
Randy Orton at SummerSlam.
Oh, I hated that one.
Well, of course you hated it, but
No, but
like
storyline,
in terms of crazy shit going on.
Yeah, the Impact, yes.
That was some pretty crazy shit that went down, and that's what we want. I think that's what we want to see either way, right? We just want to see crazy shit go down.
Yeah.
And then preferably it goes down against the people we don't we hate or something, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not quite as bad as real sports where your guy can lose, but you can still be like, wow, that was great. Like if your team loses, like if the Raptors lose game 6 or 7,
hey.
Of the bonus round that you play after winning the championship.
Yeah, when they take
bonus round,
when they take the championship winning team featuring the last place team, and then they fight.
No, they play the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, yeah, in the annual charity game. Yeah. Folks, that was the Money in the Bank ladder match. Let us know if you had that prediction or if you thought anything.
Who was
like
your
that.
eighth man? Or did you think Nia Jax was going to come make an appearance here?
Oh my God, I would
with those two broken knees.
I would just walked off my balcony, to be honest. I'm 23 floors up. I'm not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Pretty good fall.
Not survive that. So
unless a delivery truck. An open roof delivery truck of hamster shavings happens to drive by.
Yeah, a comedically
at the perfect
large
time,
truck-sized hamster shavings thing came right by.
And Sami Zayn's in there because Braun threw him in.
Yeah, that's the exact one.
He's like, hey, I hitched a ride back to Canada. Okay. All right, should we just roll right into Raw here? Keep things rolling?
There you have it, folks. Let's keep things rolling. Usually how we like to keep things rolling before we start off the show is with the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's there? Nothing
This
to be
is yours.
sorry
No,
about.
this is your baby. This is your papa. I mean, you're the papa. This is your baby.
See, yeah. No, I'm not a papa. I'm not a papa nor a baby. This week's tweet of the week, I mean, MVP in my heart and soul, as always, of course, the Rand Man. Two-time defending tweet of the week champion, and of course, I am keeping those stats. By the way,
oh yeah,
this belt is going to move a lot. Let me tell you, this belt's going to be moving around a lot. This week's tweet of the week comes from none other than Y2 Jericho. Yeah, of course, Chris Jericho, the inventor of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Tweets out after Sunday's events, awesome to see at Brock Lesnar win the Money in the Bank match, even though he wasn't officially entered. Brock is the future of the biz, and this perfect example of genius booking is why at WWE will remain on top forever. Hashtag go Brock go.
See, it's funny. Yeah, I always say I don't use Twitter, but most of the time I do see your tweet of the weeks, and I did see this one, and it was a great one. Great shit, funny shit from Jericho.
And it's you know what, to see I mean, if the tweet of the week is my baby segment, then the Money in the Bank ladder match is Chris Jericho's baby stip.
Yeah.
And to see something you love and work so hard on, and what he's saying is pretty much what we're all thinking, right? The Money in the Bank contract can elevate somebody.
Yeah, that's
it's exactly he's just saying what we're all thinking, right? You put it on Mustafa Ali, you put it on
Andrade,
Drew McIntyre, you put it on somebody who you want to be insane.
Yeah, someone that hasn't been to the top level and been the champion and done all those things already.
Or some kind of
the idea,
or some kind of crazy new rule thing where like Money in the Bank contract is for any belt, whichever one you want to go for, right? I mean, it has the chance to revitalize somebody, but in the case of Brock Lesnar, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it was just a swerve for the sake of a swerve, I guess.
We were swerved, though. What can we say?
Yeah, we were swerved. It's not always good, but
not always good.
In this case, it wasn't.
Okay, folks, we've done our professional wrestling warm up. We've done our professional wrestling lunges. It's time. It's about time we hit up the bench press.
All right.
It's about time we hit up the bench press because we are live with WWE Monday Night Raw, live from somewhere, USA.
Yeah. Albany, New York. Actually, I remember.
It's always
Vic
somewhere.
Foley mentioned it.
What's up with AJ Styles? Will Becky Lynch avenge her loss to Charlotte Flair? And do we even care about The Miz and Shane McMahon anymore? All of these questions will be answered now.
But first, we got the Beast in the Bank to come out here.
Beast in the Bank. It's very important every single time. Every new champion holds the belt in their own distinct way, which makes it unique to them. And the Money in the Bank briefcase is no different, I don't think. Yeah. And the boombox on your shoulder.
I loved that.
100%.
And Brock was rocking out. He was acting like there was actually a tune coming out of that.
I wouldn't be surprised if next week it was actually like a little boombox.
Man,
like it was a briefcase boombox.
You should have seen some of the memes after this. Like people had dubbed over like 10 different songs of Brock.
Of course.
And it just fit so just coming out like NWA or like anything and all these different songs. Oh, it was great. He reminds me of that, like we mentioned before, Do the Right Thing, the Radio Raheem character. He was coming out with his big ghetto blaster.
And you know what? And we were just saying, so Brock Lesnar, like quote unquote, retired from UFC.
Yeah,
but he's looking more UFC body right now.
Yeah, he definitely did slim down, clean up a bit, I think.
Cut down, as if he was cutting down some weight to be more agile. Who the fuck really knows? But
I think it was all bargaining chip just to get more money out of WWE.
Who the hell knows, right?
Yeah.
Of course, though. So Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman both come out acting quite braggadocious,
if
I may. So just celebrating Lesnar's victory and just kind of letting both of those guys know, like, hey, Kofi, hey, Seth, like, we're coming for y'all.
Yeah, but then they say okay, and they come out first. So like, all right, Seth comes out. He's like, yeah, I'm right here. You want to be something? Let's do it. Cash in right now. Heyman's like, no, you gotta wait. So yeah, and then Heyman does a little dig. He mentions Seth waiting around for 7 hours at WrestleMania. Well, his girlfriend was in the main event. So, woo! Getting some real life drama in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, that gets Rollins all fired up. And then Heyman's like, maybe Lesnar would rather challenge Kofi. And then that brings out Kofi Kingston, the wild card.
Wild card,
bitches! Yeah. So he's, Kofi talks about wanting to establish his legacy. So he wants Brock to cash in on him. Whoop. So Heyman's like, you both already have matches tonight, so Brock's just going to wait in the wings. So there was that tease for later. That Brock's around, that briefcase is here, so you never know.
You never know where that briefcase. You never know where that briefcase is going to go, right?
That was the perfect promo where Seth should have just been like, I'm not worried about Brock cashing in. He hasn't wrestled on Raw in 20 years.
20 years.
Like yeah, maybe more like 15.
You think it's been that long? He hasn't even had no.
Maybe 14. He hasn't fought on Raw. He's had plenty of appearances. But
right. Like he's like squashed the B team for some reason, or something
like
not that
in a match.
But not a ding.
The bell doesn't ring. He just comes out and throws them around, and yeah.
Huh? What do you know?
What do you know? But yeah, Sami Zayn, he's all better. He's backstage and he's asking Lashley for help when he fights Braun Strowman up next. Yeah. And then we see Triple H quickly talking to Kofi and Seth, telling them they have a tag match later against Corbin and Lashley. Ooh.
Like, why?
So exciting. I don't know.
Like,
every week we have.
I just want to know why Baron Corbin has to be on TV every week.
I hate him. I know, I can't stand. And why hasn't he changed his damn outfit yet? He's not the GM anymore.
It's just so strange. Like, think about everybody else on the roster. Just replace that person with Baron Corbin. You have other shitty heels.
So many better ones.
Don't you just think? It's just so weird. It's just so weird, you know? All the
I don't
people
know.
who
Someone
are
really
not
loves Corbin,
on,
and Vince must just love Corbin for whatever reason.
for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah. But we do get that Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. He's coming out. He's selling his injuries from being attacked the night before. And he just runs off backstage. Braun chases him around again. They fight back there. And then Lashley and Braun just kind of stare at each other. And then Braun goes back to Sami. They fight back to the ring. They get in the ring. Braun gets a quick win. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah. So we brought back Sami Zayn, and this happens with Braun Strowman. Like, anybody who crosses Braun Strowman's path gets the shit kicked out of him, and then nothing, and then never recovers.
Yeah, and then Braun doesn't ever move
and
on to
then
anything
Braun
bigger and
doesn't
better.
move up either.
He just
so
repeats.
It's sort of like being in a feud with Braun has gotten to the point where it means that your career is kind of going to fall down.
Yeah, like his next match is Braun versus Lashley. Like, who cares? Who gives a shit about that?
You know, and
Who gives a shit?
But it's crazy that like in every single town, Braun gets a pop.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
really weird that maybe just by being that huge brick shithouse, that people just want to see the brick shithouse.
Like, oh, yeah, he might come out and break something. He might break a table or something. I don't know.
Sami Zayn feels like, you know, he had that creative momentum going on in the first few weeks of his return, and now it's been 3-ish weeks of him just running away from Braun Strowman, because that makes Braun the heel, right?
I mean,
because now Braun is attacking Sami for no reason.
In real world logic, yeah, but not in WWE's logic.
It's just so weird for these two dudes.
Sami,
to get involved.
yeah. I mean, I was looking forward to Sami being in that Money in the Bank ladder match. I was happy when he was replacing Strowman, and yeah, this is what we get.
Broman.
Yo, man, you're my bro, man. But, yeah. Then we get Charlie Caruso. She's in the ring to interview Lars Sullivan. They show a little video package of his destruction, and Charlie asks him, so what are your goals and your ambitions here in WWE? Before Lars can answer, the Lucha House Party interrupt, and the three of them surround Lars. They all kind of attack, but Sullivan gets the better of them after and just destroys them all. They run off while they get the chance. So, yeah, still no. I mean, I guess this is a feud technically, but
you know, from rumors of John Cena feuds to a Lucha House Party feud, that is quite a drop for someone who they pumped up for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, so
you know,
I think
the dirt could have pushed him back a little bit.
Yeah, but they still obviously want to keep him on television and keep him looking like an angry beast.
Yeah,
so he's not going over anyone significant yet.
No,
but eventually he's gonna have to do something.
He's gonna have to. Oh my God! Why can't him and Braun just go at it in like the void of nothingness?
Yeah,
forever. You know, just have those two big ass guys do their whatever thing, and then let Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins go at each other. Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. Let's
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Goes like that.
Any of these people.
Yeah. But no, it's gonna be more Lucha House Party next week. With, Lars Sullivan. They have to get their revenge.
Lucha.
They gotta smash him with pinatas.
What's up next?
But we got Ricochet versus Cesaro, and Cesaro debuted his new entrance theme, new everything, new screen, new song.
I thought I noticed that. Yeah, he was still wearing. I think he was still wearing The Bar.
He may have been
outfit, but
I didn't really. I don't know if you remember his old solo song that he had, but I hated it. So this one's an improvement.
So what's going on with this with Sheamus, with old Shamey?
I don't know. I think he's just rehabbing some injuries, some long nagging injuries, and I think he's also pretty close to winding down his career.
He is like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cesaro, fresh look. He needed to ditch the bar theme anyways, but. Ricochet was all taped up on his back, selling his injuries from the ladder match. Mm-hmm. But great short little match here. Cool spot where Cesaro went for a move and Ricochet just like stood up right on his shoulders and then flipped off of him. Looked like a little kung fu movie. And then Cesaro gets the clean win with the neutralizer. So I don't like how much Ricochet's losing recently. But I love Cesaro. Good to see him look strong. But yeah, why Ricochet? Why does he have to lose again?
I mean, at least he had the built-in excuse of, ow,
He
my
did
back
have the
hurts.
injury. Yeah, owie.
Owie.
Owie wowie.
Yowie. Oh, yowie wowie. Let me tell you, I think, was this a rematch of what we saw I think we saw this last week also. Or maybe the week
Cesaro,
before.
I can't remember.
And I think we did see this last week or the week before, and I really liked it. I really like this one too.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great wrestlers. I love Cesaro. I love Ricochet. So.
You know, but so in a not 50-50 booking sense, how do you get these two guys over without having either of them lose?
I mean, they can lose now and then, but yeah. I mean, Ricochet just lost like 3 of the last 4 weeks. Cesaro hasn't really had anything that bad. But
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, they brought Ricochet in. They built him up so hot, and now they're just kind of cooling him off a bit for no reason. I don't know.
Ugh.
Whatever.
What the hell's happening over there?
Yeah.
What's next?
We get quick backstage. Charlie interviews AJ about his match with Seth, and then Corbin walks up, insults him for losing, so AJ slaps him in the face. So I guess there's your new feud, AJ versus Corbin.
Again.
Poor AJ. Sorry, AJ. And then we got the big dog. Big dog. He comes out. Before he could even speak, though, Shane McMahon interrupts him, cuts a promo on Roman, how Reigns attacked his father a little while ago, and Roman's like, hey, now that I'm done with Elias, my schedule's wide open. Shane's like, nah. You got... So, yeah. But Roman wants a match with Shane, and he's like, no. He brings out Drew, but then Shane says, I'll fight you at the Super Showdown. So, Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon, a Super Showdown. There you go.
Huh. Now, if you had asked me 4 months ago, hey, they're going back to Saudi Arabia, what's the match going to be? I'd never give you this. I'd be honest.
Roman Shane, yeah. I mean, that's not the main event or nothing. That's just there. Who knows? Who are the Saudis going to cheer for? I feel like they might like Shane.
Just because he's a McMahon?
Yeah, he's a legend, and
That's a good
they
point.
might not know Roman. Yeah.
That's a good point. And who's
Oh.
this Roman Reigns guy anyways?
Yeah, who is he? He's not The Rock.
He's not the
You're
Rock.
not The Rock. Yeah. But up next, we have some good tag team action here. We get the Usos versus the Revival, 2 of the best tag teams in the company. The Revival, they're looking aggressive real early. I like seeing this from him. They don't look like a joke this week. They actually got to have a good match, lots of back and forth shit, and the Revival eventually do get the win on a roll up with the tights held for a bit of cheese. But big win for them, beating the Usos. So hopefully the Revival can be treated like this more often. Less Usi hot, more winning.
Uzi hot. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Great move. There was a great move by Dawson. He did a tornado DDT at ringside and kind of hopped on
to
the
floor.
barricade to make it happen.
Yeah, that was great.
Two of the
Good match,
best tag
great
teams in the business.
Why couldn't this be a Raw tag title match? Zack Ryder and Hawkins haven't even been on the show in weeks.
You know, it's like just
Like, it was fun for WrestleMania. They had their moment, but let's get back on some credible teams here.
yeah, it's weird. It's just weird to not see it. You know, it's weird that it's around, but we don't get to see that it's around.
Yeah.
Great match though. Hopefully, one of these teams ends up with that pretty soon.
Maybe even in the Saudi.
Yeah,
Or
make it
they
happen on
refer-
Super Showdown, and then that way we just come back on Monday Night Raw, and it's just there. It's back.
Yeah, I noticed they kept saying, what was it, Jeddah? Is that where it is?
Yes.
They kept saying that instead of Saudi Arabia. They're trying to fool us. Like, haha, it's somewhere different.
It's ha.
Yeah.
It's in
I
the
feel
same.
like they're saying like SummerSlam, but from Ontario this year.
It's in the same spot as the second one that they did, Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel, yeah.
It's not the same spot as Greatest Royal Rumble. Is there going to be a Royal Rumble element to this?
There's going to be a battle royal.
A
So,
50-man
allegedly-
battle royal?
Yeah, and with a battle royal, you're supposed to all start in the ring at the same time. So with 50 men, that'd be pretty crazy.
I don't think they would
I mean-
fit, logistically.
Yeah, like they might have to do half and half. Yeah, because something like what they're doing with the what's the one at the Double or Nothing called, whatever their battle royal. How like a bunch of them start in the ring, then after a couple minutes, a couple more come out, and then like number 21.
The casino battle royal.
That's what it is. Yeah. So maybe they'll throw in some rules like that because 50 at once seems insane.
Easy
Like
there,
the ring.
WWE. That's a bit insane.
But what's not insane is Alexa Bliss. She's up next here. She's backstage with her new best friend, Nikki Cross. And she's, Bliss is upset that Nikki didn't win. She's like, you're supposed to win that contract for me. And then the Revival walk by. They're still celebrating. They're like, hey, we should be the guests on the Moment of Bliss.
Yeah, why not?
But, yeah, why not?
Why not? Okay.
Then we get this week's Firefly Funhouse, which was just kind of like a montage, just like an extended, I don't know, just a theme song jumping between. All these normal images, and then they jump between creepy ones of the kids, and like their faces would get all distorted and like.
Okay,
black
and I posit this question again, right? Like, how do you explain? Like, how do you take your kid who likes the bright colors and the pancake throwing, and then explain this to them?
They say the world's not always a happy, perfect place. You little shit, grow some balls.
Sorry, Timmy.
Yeah. No, if you're spooked, don't watch it.
That's a good point. But yeah, the way I think one of these kids just had like a fucking Sharpie on his forehead that said "Let me in."
No,
and then his
I love
face
this
got
video.
all like eaten away by
it was
maggots.
creepy. It was a good. This was well put together, and they definitely sold the creepy vibe. I'm ready. I heard that Bray might have been ready to debut this week, but he just had his baby with JoJo, and there was some complications at birth, but everything worked out, so everything's fine. But yeah, that's where he was.
Family comes first. I'm glad that
his little Firefly has joined the world.
I'm glad that even Vince McMahon is human enough to.
He's like, go have a nice mixed baby there, Bray. He would have probably used it more offensive. I cleaned it.
Yeah, God, I thought mixed was bad.
What?
I don't know.
We do have a Moment of Bliss. Alexa Bliss comes out, and her buddy Nikki Cross is there. I like this pairing. It's kind of fun. It's gonna lead somewhere. Nikki Cross is in a storyline. That's why I like it. But she does have a guest. The man, Becky Lynch, is here. So Bliss asks her how it feels to no longer be Becky Two Belts. And before she can answer, the Iconics come out. So woo! They call her Becky One Belt. Ha ha ha. The Iconics, they still talk about having their 2 belts, and they do a nice little dance. I love it. And then Becky's like, yeah, how about I drag you down there and become Becky 3 Belts? Oi!
Oi!
And then Lacey Evans comes out. So it's like, woo! This is like all my girls. This is like a fucking party for me. Lacey, Iconics, Becky, everyone's here.
Everyone you want.
Yeah. And Lacey takes credit. She says, I'm the reason you're no longer Becky 2 Belts. And Becky's like, yeah, well, the lady tapped out. Well, I was half distracted. But now she's fully focused on Raw, and she can slap around all of you. All 3 of you, even the Iconics. So the Iconics kind of laugh like, ha ha, what? 3 of us versus you! So Nikki Cross crosses over, and she's like, yeah, I'll be your partner, Becky. And then Lacey's like, yeah, you're still 1 short. So Becky's like, all right, she'll do, meaning Alexa. And Bliss is like, what? But don't worry. Stand there, look pretty. The man will take care of the rest. And that's exactly what we did. We got the match here. Becky, Nikki, Alexa versus Lacey and the Iconics. And Alexa did. She just stood there at ringside with her little coffee, which she had. And
well, you know what? That's how you set up a match. What you do is you get all the people you want in the match out together, give them microphones, and then suggest that one or many of them are better than one or many of the other group of them. And then you have one of them or many of them suggest that they take on one or many of them. And that's how you set up a match, folks. Feel free to listen throughout the show. We will be offering little insider tidbits from the inside world of wrestling. Like the knee slapping on the on a big kick or something. Yes. Yeah. The Moment of Bliss segment has been so incredibly hit or miss that it's funny that they keep going back to it as like a way to kind of like to push a story forward. But I guess a fresh match of people that we haven't seen yet, I guess kind of all share, the ring together.
Yeah, no, I like this week's Bliss here. And the match was fun. I'm a big fan of all these women, obviously. And Alexa just stood there. This is a good way to protect her if she is still injured. So she was technically involved in the match, and she didn't have to do anything. Eventually, Lacey did walk out on the Iconics because, they're nasties, and she's not.
I guess
so. There's, I don't know if you noticed, there was a funny spot where Becky was on the top rope, just waiting to do her drop kick, but Billie Kay was too far, and you can just hear Becky yelling. It's like, come closer! Come closer! Closer! Like 3 times, and then she finally does. So Becky did end up getting the pinfall for her team after a nice leg drop off the second rope. So I like that she can use that as a pinfall finisher once in a while.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
More than just the arm bar.
Yeah.
Someone made a good point during this moment of bliss that I think I don't remember who it was, but that the Iconics have not actually tagged on television since WrestleMania.
Well,
Like
that's
the
incorrect.
two of them, right?
That's incorrect, though, because they beat those local jobbers.
Ah,
remember?
okay, yeah. So they haven't.
No, but I did hear that fact, and I don't think, besides that one match, I don't know if they've actually...
They haven't tagged against any roster people
Yeah, pretty
employed
much.
by the company.
Yeah.
So what? What do you do about that?
I mean, at least we got to see... I mean, I want to see more of them. I want to see more title defenses every week, every month.
No, exactly, but we haven't seen a match, let alone a title defense. Like,
Yeah.
how do we
I don't know why.
freshen this? How do we bring them around and make them look strong?
I thought that's what they were building for on SmackDown with the whole, Kyrie and Asuka, but we didn't get that match yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They just seem to be going slow with it.
Seems weird. It's like, the long con of this. Where in reality, I think we should be trying to, like, these women are strong and just fucking blowing through everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely want more Iconics every week. So you don't have to convince me of that one.
Let's see where this goes. Let's hope it ends up. Let's hope it goes somewhere great. Next up, we have everyone's favorite, the third hour of Raw.
Yeah,
That third and final hour that we're all looking forward to. The first two.
Yeah, well, this week we were teased at Money in the Bank that there's gonna be a new title debut, and so you had to wait. You had to watch this third hour.
Okay, so when they said that during Money in the Bank, was that the first time they announced that?
Yeah,
Okay.
They didn't say anything about no details other than a new title will be debuted.
There was
tomorrow.
nothing on Twitter or anything. It was just like that.
No,
that
it's just
thing.
during the show, like a little 10-second thing popped up. That's pretty much it.
And to present this new championship is Mick Foley, who I think we saw like earlier on the night backstage. He's here. He's got a covering over a belt. It's over his shoulder. He comes out to a pretty big pop.
Oh yeah,
Of course,
he's hardcore legend.
He's going to the hardcore legend indeed, Mike. He comes in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
and
that's a big promo.
Yeah, just kind of quick promo. Good, he doesn't trip.
Yeah, no, it's good. He's like, something's been missing from Monday Night Raw. We gotta revisit those letters. Raw. We need to get Raw again.
We need to get Raw again. This is also around the time where I noticed. Did you notice the whole show felt different after this?
The lighting, they changed the lighting. I actually liked it. They made the crowd darker, more like an NXT.
I thought I noticed that also.
And I think some of the graphics too might have even a bit different. I think they actually are trying to make the third hour.
The graphics just said Raw. They didn't say all sorts of bullshit like it normally says.
And I think that's what they're trying to make it more like the 90s, like the simplified, dark crowd, simple graphics. It's all about the in-ring, the Raw. Let's get Raw. Again.
Anyways, no more fighting around it. Mick Foley pulls off the covering off of his shoulder blade.
Before it even pulled off, it was kind of peeking out a bit. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was kind of peeking out again. And he holds it above his head to
crickets.
A very, very small reaction.
Yeah, at first it was like silence and then kind of boo. It's like, what the fuck?
And then it kind of, as it built, I think, as everyone truly saw what was happening in front of him, that is, of course, when he announces the newest WWE title, the 24/7 Championship. This title holder has no days off. They are subject. They can be subject to an attack at any time across all the brands. I guess as long as there's an official there. I'm not quite sure how that works.
No, all there has to be is a referee to count the pin or submission. It doesn't have to be in a ring. It could be at a golf course, at a Chuck E. Cheese. It could be anywhere.
And he did say both of those places, I believe.
Yeah, no, specifically. And it's open to Raw, SmackDown, 205, NXT, UK, even visiting WWE legends, he says. And I assume even the women, like there's no gender specific,
I
can
hope
get
so.
involved.
I hope so.
I think
well,
so.
That's what
I think definitely.
I think that's.
I
gonna
was
happen
almost
next,
expecting it.
The next title.
Yeah, I think Carmella might.
That's what I think too.
But,
Anyways, he says that you can whoever picks it up got it.
Yeah,
that.
he who retrieves it receives it, I believe.
So I think coming down to the ring, we have all the likes. We have
everyone. The jobbers. They get the Mojos, the EC3s, Cedric Alexander, Eric Young shaved his beard.
No Way Jose, who I can't do it with that dude. As soon as that guy's on the screen,
even this belt's above him. Like it's too good for him.
As soon as I see No Way Jose, I can automatically assume that like the next little chunk of shit that I'm gonna watch has no point.
Yeah, so this belt is obviously inspired by the hardcore title, the old hardcore belt, where it was the same rules 24/7.
But they can't use the term hardcore.
Yeah, so this was their way. I mean, I think some people were excited when Foley came out, like, oh, maybe he's bringing back the hardcore title. And when he revealed this ugly green leather, I mean, the green's not so bad, but it's the plate with just a big,
I was
flat,
really
plain.
It looks
24. Yeah, it just says like 24. Like, come on, give us something interesting.
I was really hoping that there would be like maybe a little bit more time. I was hoping to get like between when they announced it and when it was actually going to happen, because I saw it being like a wild card champion. I saw it being like
it kind of is.
I saw it being like I saw it being more like a WCW TV champion. Like a thing that can be defended on either SmackDown or Raw, but nothing really more than that. Like it's like a, you take it back and forth, kind of thing.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I didn't foresee them bringing back a hardcore title or something like that. I don't know.
I didn't think they were going to bring back the I kind of figured it would be something like this, the same rules where it's just kind of defended anytime, but. Yeah, so the rule of this match is the belt's just laid out flat, and whoever picks it up first wins. It's like a ladder match where it's not hanging;
it's
it's
on the ground.
There.
And out of all of those guys, it's Titus O'Neil who walks away with it.
Yeah, the real deal, Titus O'Neil,
worldwide.
Yeah, so all the men, they were scrambling to get it. Drake Maverick almost got in there, but Titus, he gets it and he goes running out. And he's your first ever 24/7 champion. But the celebration doesn't last too long.
Runs up to the top of the ramp, and out of nowhere comes Robert Roode.
Yeah, Robert Roode just rolls him up from behind for the 3 count, and he's your new 24/7 champion. So Robert Roode goes running off, and everyone's chasing him after backstage, and this is actually kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. It's a fresh dynamic to the show. It's something for these jobbers to do every week.
It's a fresh dynamic at least.
Yeah. Backstage, we kind of see him running off more, continuing the pursuit. But then we do get back to the regular action here. The Miz versus Drew McIntyre. Drew is accompanied by Shane McMahon. They have a close back-and-forth match, but Shane ends up doing the interference, which cost the Miz. Drew wins with the Claymore. And then after they go to beat up the Miz, but his best buddy Roman comes out to make the save. So there you go. So Miz is still kind of involved with Shane, but I don't know, this fucking shit.
Yeah, it sort of seems like we're now kind of like beating a dead horse, right?
Yeah, like I thought it was going to lead to that World Cup rematch, but then I don't know. Are they going to wait all the way till November to do that or some shit?
God, I hope not.
The feud never ends. I don't know. But then we do cut back to Robert Roode again. He's running off. He's in the parking lot now, and he sees Truth. He's like, Truth, you got to help me. So he's like, come on. And he opens his trunk. He tells him to jump in. And then all the other guys come running up, ask him where he went. Truth points him in the wrong direction. And then he lets Roode out of the trunk, and he offers him a ride. So Roode opens the passenger door, and he sees a referee sitting there. So it was a ploy. Truth kicks him, slams his head into the car, and he gets the pin. Truth is the new 24/7 champion. Then he gets in his car and drives off. So the title is safe for the night. So a fun little ending. Truth is the perfect kind of guy to hold this title for a bit. He's your comedy. He's your comedy guy.
And that's the thing, it's a comedy title, right?
Yeah, like I had fun at the end of the night. I think it was fun. It was, other than the ugly design, it was still kind of fun seeing all this stupid shit happen.
Because I picture like hardcore title defenses were hardcore.
I mean, it didn't start off quite as goofy as this, but it eventually evolved into basically just comedy.
Right.
But, yeah, it started off just a bunch of like chairs and tables and
slam someone's
I mean,
face
I'm sure we'll get
wall.
technically, barbed wire, thumbtacks, all that shit.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? If we're comfortable showing our explaining to our children what a sociopath is, then we have to be comfortable with letting them watch someone's face go through a barbed wire fence. You know what I'm saying?
You can watch it on the WWE Network.
There you go. There's a quick plug.
Yeah.
It's main event time, though. It's just we got Seth Rollins and Kofi against Corbin and Lashley in some tag team action.
Yeah.
And then for some reason it becomes no DQ somehow. I missed when that happened, but then I guess it kind of does.
I don't
but it happened.
Yeah, this was just kind of your standard, main event tag match for these. I mean, as best of a match as you can get out of Corbin. So. Kofi hits Corbin with Trouble into Paradise for the win, but after the match, the heels are sore losers. They attack him with chairs. And then Lesnar comes out with his contract, just kind of circles the ring and leaves to tease him to end Raw.
And there you have it, folks. I think that means we're getting that next week. So, yeah, next week, Brock's going to decide. Apparently?
Yeah.
I think they tell us that. They told us that at some point on Raw, maybe.
I think someone, I don't know.
I don't know.
Which, I mean, that's another. So, like, within 2 weeks, both your Money in the Bank contracts are gone for a whole year.
Or potentially,
Poof.
Who knows?
Potentially, yeah.
Who knows?
All right.
And there you have it. That's the Monday Night Raw review. This was our, oh my God, 24/7.
Yeah, that title is on the line right now as we speak.
Currently, and honestly, and you know what bugs me out the most about that is that there's going to be title changes that are going to happen on like fucking Instagram Live, and that if you don't see that or like on YouTube Live or something, I don't know, folks. We still have a lot more show to come. Of course, we're going to take a quick break, and then we always have our trivia, our SmackDown Live review, and of course, we got to quickly go over Double or Nothing because that is also this weekend. So
yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Okay, folks, stick around.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Part 2. There's always a part 2. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, the squeakquel.
Is that Alvin and the Chipmunks 2?
Yeah, very, very, very fine point reference there. And you got it. That was my trivia question for the week, and you got it. No.
I don't know how I knew that. Maybe a mix of just assuming
Probably,
that's what it was, or...
Yeah, I'm sure you must have seen the poster
must have
once.
seen a poster somewhere.
Yeah. No, I would never see the movie itself. But
yeah,
but
obviously, I've never seen the movie.
It's such a bad pun that it's so memorable. The squeakquel. Like, it's... All right.
Christ.
Alvin!
Folks, this isn't an Alvin and the Chipmunks podcast. No, this is a professional wrestling podcast, and of course, we always kick off our second half of the show with a little bit of trivia. Trivia. Woo! Trivia. Woo! So, Mike, what do you got for me this week? I got 2 questions for you.
All right. I've got, I always like to pick a theme.
What's your theme?
This week, I was inspired by the 24/7 title.
I think we have the same theme.
Hardcore title trivia.
Hardcore championship trivia. That's right. This is some hardcore trivia shit going on right here. I really hope that neither of our questions are the same.
Well, you said you have 2 questions, and I have 4 questions, so... At the very least, we'll get 4 questions out. So let's see what happens.
Oh, you're good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You have,
why don't you do the first one, just in case?
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Or you go, and then I'll go.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, well, I'll start with the simplest one. Who was the first ever hardcore champion?
The first ever hardcore champion. Okay, let's put ourselves in the time frame here. This is this is late 90s here.
Yeah, circa 1998, 99.
98, 99. Who's the most worthy of something like that around that time? I don't think the Hardy Boys were there or anything. Maybe it was. I'm gonna say it was Mankind.
It was Mankind,
Hey!
the first ever WWF. He was just kind of presented the title by Vince McMahon. It was kind of meant as a joke at first, like, Mick, you're a hardcore man. Here's your championship. And he was just kind of like his little pet. But then it became legit. Foley started defending it, and there you go, Mankind.
There you go. Was it Mankind or was it Mick Foley?
It was Mankind.
Okay.
Okay. He was still Mankind then, but if you had said Mick Foley, I would have allowed it.
It would have. Well, no, that's half points here on the very
points,
important trivia.
I mean, he was one of the few guys where they would sometimes refer to him as Mick Foley, even though when he was Mankind. Like, he'd be getting so beat up, and JR would be like, God damn it, that's Mick Foley. He's a real man.
Mankind's not a real man, though.
Yeah, he represents Mankind. I don't know. All right, what do you got?
Hey,
for
Mike,
me?
I got one here for you. During the this is again also Hardcore Championship inspired. During the Hardcore Battle Royal at WrestleMania 2000, how many times did the Hardcore title switch hands?
Damn. So I know it was a lot. Yeah, I remember this was insane. Like Crash Hall. Yeah, there's too many to even count. Molly Holly won it at one point. A woman. I'm gonna say 8 times.
8 times. 10 times.
10. Yeah. Damn. I wouldn't be able to name them all, but
10 times.
It was fun. I remember it was just crazy.
It's the most amount of times it's switch hands on one day.
Yeah. Yeah, and so a lot of those guys just had quick little 1-minute runs, and
there was also like a 3-day run of house shows where it changed like 17 times or something, like something ridiculous. But
a lot of these guys.
This was the
have
most
padded
in one
stats.
day.
Yeah. All right.
There you have it.
All right. So going off my first question, you knew the first champion. Who was the last ever WWF Hardcore champion?
Okay, I do know this
All right.
because I know that it was unified with, I think it was the Intercontinental Championship,
Yeah.
and it was Rob Van Dam.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Mr. RVD.
I think
Mr.
I did
420.
know that due to the unification element.
Yeah. No, it was historical. We haven't seen the hardcore title since then. Or I mean, not.
Well,
not
not in its old school iteration.
Yeah.
Of just it just looks like a belt made of trash bin lids.
Yeah, before it was basically like the old school WWF Eagle belt that had been all smashed up and duct taped together, but it had a charm to it. It was funny.
It was jagged in places.
Yeah, it was all just beat up, and then they treated it like a piece of trash. They'd throw it around, they'd smack it.
Yeah,
but it was fun. I'm hoping that over time the 24/7 title just looks beat to shit after a while. Then it starts to grow on me because, it gets some character.
yeah. Hopefully, just someone scratching it up. Someone like
Yeah,
back there with
like when you get
sandpaper on it.
Yeah, like a skateboarder. His deck's not going to look fresh. It's going to look all scorched up.
Hopefully, yeah, or maybe like the 4 falls off, so then it's like just 2/7, but you can see the imprint of the 4 there.
Yeah, something.
Something like that. But I wonder, do you think you could buy that? Do you think you can buy the new belt design on the shop?
Probably not yet, but I imagine eventually. Yeah.
Folks, we'll get back to you regarding that element.
I don't know
okay.
if anyone wants to buy that fucking thing.
Okay, here's your next question, Mike.
Yes.
How many total hardcore championship reigns were there? Okay, I'm gonna give you 4 options.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
First off, so here we go. So 220, 185, 240, or 200.
I'm gonna go 240.
240, baby.
Woo!
Yeah,
All right.
in 4 years of action. Yeah.
I actually, when I was doing my hardcore research, I saw that. I didn't have that as a question, but I did remember that number. So there you go.
Yeah, figured.
240.
There you go.
But that's a lot of title changes. A lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
All right.
Okay, here we
Going
go.
off that. So, out of all those reigns, who had the most hardcore title reigns? The most reign total.
Oh God.
You don't necessarily have to give me the number, but just the man with the most reigns.
See, I don't think I have like a. I don't have a good sense of what that belt was. It was just in my pre-time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say someone. I'm gonna say a Holly of sorts.
He's up there, but no. The most was Raven
Raven.
27 reigns.
27. Jesus Christ. That's approximately 10% of the total reigns were his.
Yeah, like his, I think a lot were on the house shows. He'd lose it and he'd win it back, and then he'd lose it and then he'd win it back, and stupid shit like that.
Right.
His 27 reigns were only over a combined 84 days held. So.
Really? And who has the most amount or the most days reign? The longest reigns?
The most combined days?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure,
Okay.
but my last question is the longest total, like who had the longest reign, like straight
The
days
longest
without
singular
losing
reign?
it. Yeah. You don't have to say how many days it was, but who had the longest reign as hardcore champ?
Okay, I know some like legit people had that
Yeah,
belt.
so it was mostly like the weird, like the comedy, but there was a couple. Like Mankind was a champion, The Undertaker was a champion. So there was a couple big guys in there, Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam.
Exactly, yeah, dudes like that.
But it was none of those guys I just mentioned, sorry.
Well, yeah, which is funny you say that though, because I was actually going to say Undertaker,
Yeah.
but then you said that, and then I was like, okay, there's no way he would say the answer right there. So I'm gonna pull a little bit of a sidestep and say that it was Kane.
No, but he did win the hardcore title once.
Who was it?
The longest reign of all time. It was the Big Boss Man.
Hey,
Yeah, he held it for 97 days straight, which was, for that title, that was impressive.
3 months. I wonder how many title
Yeah.
defenses that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, some of the time you have to be on your toes. So they didn't always, at the very, very beginning, it didn't have the 24/7 rule, but then they added that in. So maybe this wasn't there when Big Boss Man was champion.
Okay, maybe.
But
yeah.
there was still every other rule, like hardcore, falls count anywhere, but you couldn't just sneak up. Like there was times where a guy would be sleeping, someone would sneak up and pin him while he was sleeping, then you had a new champion. So
I get it.
we'll see some shit like that. Anyways, that's all the hardcore trivia.
That's all the hardcore trivia you get. You might get more next week. Who knows? If
Maybe.
if it's hardcore enough, then you just might.
Yeah. All right.
But now I think it's time that we sidestep our way over to SmackDown Live.
The Blue Brand.
The Blue Brand, live from somewhere.
not-
We're bringing all the excitement that is Monday Night Raw, but in the condensed version, which is SmackDown Live. You know, is Roman going to come back? Is Elias going to come back?
I mean, this is supposed to be their show, so.
Will we see another 24/7 champ? All of those questions will be answered. But first, the New Day is here. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Alexander they're here to introduce after 6 weeks of anticipation. Big E's back.
Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, they bring it. Well, first they bring out big black sheet, and then they reveal it, and they're like, "Wait a minute, that's not Big E.
It's just
some other random black dude."
Some other random
Yeah.
black guy.
They're just like, "Who are you?" And then Xavier says, "Looks like Big E got left in the dryer." That was a nice line.
Oh, it's funny.
But yeah, they kick that fool out of there, and they bring out the real Big E, and everyone's happy. The ring's all decorated with welcome back materials.
Gifts
Like
and
banner.
pancakes and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they do the New Day banter, and they talk about wanting Becky's mom for a second there. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently,
Yeah,
that's
what the
some
hell's
joke
going
they have
on with
Twitter.
that? I didn't
I don't know,
get that.
but I don't know. Apparently, that's some Twitter joke they have. You're supposed to be on top
Oh
of
my
this.
god! I Jesus Christ! You're right. I am supposed to be on this.
But anyway, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they interrupt it, and both teams argue for a bit, and then Owens walks off angry, and Sami's like, "You made him mad," and he keeps trying to berate the crowd, but Xavier just starts playing the trombone over top to him, so he can't talk anymore. So there you go. We cut backstage, and Carmella's looking for Truth, along with a couple other guys, Drake Maverick, Apollo, and Carmella, she finds him hiding in a little blonde wig, and she's like, well, why'd you even come to SmackDown Live? He's like, I need your help. We'll get back to them later.
We'll get back to them later. It's great to see the New Day back together.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Big E, well, I forget exactly what he had, but it must not have been too bad because he's back now. Yeah, and then up next, we get a great match. Ali versus Andrade. Two future stars of the division here, of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good match. Ali took some nasty-looking bumps. Andrade was looking very, very strong, aggressive. The story of the match was Ali just like Ricochet, his back was injured. Andrade was targeting it. He looked to be in control, but Ali got the sneaky win off a roll-up. So, great match. Good TV match.
Yeah, great TV match. I think this one also, I like it on SmackDown. Sometimes they'll have the commercial in the corner, and then you can
the
continue to
picture-in-picture.
watch the action that's happening.
Yeah.
They don't. I don't think they do that on Raw, do they?
I don't think so
don't
either.
think
Yeah, it
so.
must just be the network or whatever. I don't know.
However,
whatever
it
promotion,
works,
but
yeah.
you would almost think, like, in a way, because they have an advertisement on the other side, like that would get more people to see your ad if they're not going to switch channel during commercial.
But I guess you'd be. Then they switch over the audio. I think that's the deal. It's like we'll
yeah,
split the
it's
screen in
silent. I mean,
half.
that's a fair sacrifice. You can still see what's going on.
We'll see what's going on. I think at one point, Ali hits Andrade with like a reverse Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, and that was great. Andrade he's always good at landing on his head, those pile drivers.
Well, yeah, these
Canadian
are
Destroyer.
like skilled dudes.
Just chung! Yeah.
You know?
I could do a perfect backflip, make it look like I landed on my neck, but I didn't.
But I'm good. And of course, Ali gets the win. Great story great story work, I gotta say right here. And
Yeah, like the match. Yeah, both guys, bright future.
very, very bright future.
There we
It's
go. More
weird. It's
backstage.
weird, but I guess Andrade's getting the title shot against Finn at this Saudi show. But Mustafa Ali's walking away with the win. Bit of a weird one.
Yeah, so Ali, I don't know. Ali, I guess he'll probably be in that battle royal. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe he can win the whole damn thing.
But yeah, I mean, it's he's a perfect baby face, I think, to come into the mid card division here on SmackDown. Right, he's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
No, and he's one of the guys. Like ever since calling him up, they haven't just kind of forgot about him. He's always kind of been involved with something.
He's
or
always
other, which is
been
nice.
around, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't just disappear for weeks at a time like the tag champs.
like other people who have belts and shit.
Yeah. But
Next up, we have some women's division action.
yeah, there was a quick backstage Carmella just helping Truth improve his look a bit more
Oh,
with
yeah.
some hairspray, a bra, makeup. Yeah.
Puts on sunglasses. We're gonna see that later. So
Yeah.
next up, we have
And then
Mandy Rose taking on Carmella.
yeah, I didn't even think about this now. This must be Corey Graves' wet dream.
Oh,
His real life girlfriend with his on-screen love, Mandy Rose.
his on-screen affection, Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Of course, the night after Carmella was squawking at Mandy Rose, asking her to maybe chill out a sec.
Yeah. They go right back. So maybe squash the beef in the ring.
Mandy Rose though comes out with some new ring attire, or she had like a little, not a jacket. It was like a jacket but for your arms. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, a little sleeve.
It was like sleeves.
The arm print.
It was
the arm
essentially
prints.
sleeves. Yeah, that's what she
Yeah.
came. That's what she came out with. It was also odd. Did you notice that what's his nuts? He says like the following matchup is for the women's division
Oh,
or something like that, or like is the following
women's
matchup
division
is a
match?
women's division
Yeah.
matchup. Like they had to explain to us that Mandy
Yeah,
Rose
like,
and Carmella
thanks.
were explicitly women. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird, but of course. We have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. They're still BFFs coming out
Yeah,
with Carmella and obviously R-Truth. Like he's wearing the belt.
He's in disguise. And Tom Phillips even called him out. He's like, "You're on television. Come on, everyone knows where you are."
So in theory, do you have to what if the belt was at like a secure location, or like
I think
you know what I'm saying?
you're
Do you have to have
technically-
the belt on you at all times, or like?
I don't think so.
So if you get pinned,
I mean, they do. I think.
if you get pinned,
I
and
think whether you have the belt with you or not, as long as you're pinned, you lose it.
Right.
The ref makes the
So
count.
if you're-
the belt could be in Africa, doesn't matter.
So if you get pinned and you're like, oh shit, the belt's at home, like I can't give it to you
Say,
until
well,
then.
bring it to me. Yeah.
And then in that amount of time, you pin them, and then
Sure.
you just okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a match, but then it eventually just broke down in the middle of the match. All the jobbers come running out.
We got the
B-team
B
and-
team. I think Matt Hardy was back there also.
Yeah, he was bringing up the rear. Truth and Carmella, they just hightail it. They jump over the barrier. They get out of there. So the match is kind of thrown out. And then, get a backstage interview with Bayley about her title win. And then the 24/7 chase just continues. Mella and Truth, they run into the women's locker room and back out after heering some screams. And then, they just run
keep
by.
moving. Which is
They run
weird
past
because
Sammy and
I feel like
Sammy's
Carmella and
above
Mandy
it.
Rose have actual heat that could go on. You know, it seems weird
Yeah,
to have their match end with nothing, where it's like,
guess-
oh shit, I thought these were women who were actually gonna do something. You know?
Maybe that's just a way to prolong it another week.
Yeah, maybe.
Because who knows? Maybe by next week, Truth might not be the 24/7 champ anymore, so Melo won't be distracted.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Then we go backstage. We find out Big E's been attacked.
Uh-oh.
He's been taken out, and he's just like, "Oh, his man!" So no mystery, no mystery attacker like Sami Zayn. Speaking of Sammy, that's what we get next. Sammy versus Kofi. Kofi's all pissed off about the attack, so he's very aggressive right off the bat. Sammy puts up a good fight, but Kofi gets the win with the Trouble in Paradise. After the match, Paul Hangman comes waddling out, holding the Money in the Bank briefcase just to tease him. They always be on your toes. But then Dolph Ziggler shows up.
Of all people.
Yeah, haven't seen him in a while. He comes from behind and he beats the shit out of Kofi.
Yeah.
Just a good beating. He hung him from the turnbuckle, stretched him out, and then he grabs a chair, wraps it around his neck,
throws him,
slams him into the announce table.
Yep.
Vicious
attack.
And then Kofi's selling it, and then Ziggler comes back and he puts his hair in the fucking shoved his head in the chair again and does a jumping stomp on it. And Kofi was selling it like a champ, man. He was looking, he was all out, and they got the stretcher and everything, and wheeled him up the ramp. And then he gets up, does the last few steps on his own. But yeah, fucking big angle for Dolph Ziggler. So that's your next WWE title match.
Impressive return for Ziggler. It seems like every time Ziggler comes back, he's just like he's a constant start and stop of pushes. He's a constant gets pushed and then they cool him off, and then push again, cool him off, push again, cool him off.
I feel like they'll probably do that again here.
They might just do it again, but yeah, I'm
happy to see Ziggler back. I love Ziggler.
Exactly. Maybe if we can get something out of it, then who knows? Why not?
Yeah.
Next up, though, more women's action.
Yeah, more women's. There was a quick Roman arriving in the parking lot, and Elias was just standing on top of the truck, playing his little tick-a-tick-a-tick-a-ting. But yes, up next, some more beautiful women action. Lacey Evans and some stupid Charlotte versus Bayley and Becky. Nothing too crazy in this match. The babyfaces got the win. Bayley pins Charlotte with a roll-up. So for 2 nights in a row, or not 2 nights in a row, but 2 nights this week, Bayley has pinned Charlotte, the queen.
It's odd. You think usually after someone wins a title, like for the first time, often there is some kind of like celebration on that following show. It seems like we kind of glanced over Bayley getting an actual SmackDown Live title celebration, like that we often get. We often get we get Kofi celebrating. We get we get that.
Yeah.
And we didn't really feel that here. Like it seemed like the attention was still very much on the two blondes and Becky more than it was actually like the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah, like Becky's the Raw Women's Champion, and she got the bigger reaction, and she was the bigger star of the team, even though Bayley got the win. But
they teased a little bit of tension before, which again just kind of feels weird because these two women should be on their own shows really right now. Like we're gonna have to take Becky away from SmackDown eventually, right?
Yeah, and there's really no real reason for Lacey to be teaming with Charlotte on SmackDown.
Like if we're gonna separate these people, I think Charlotte is on, is kind of SmackDown driven, while Lacey Evans should be, a fixture on the Raw side.
Yeah, she should be one of the top heels to go there.
It is weird though, like thinking about this match. The woman who got the least attention was the champion on her own show. I mean, she got the pin, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, weird. Hopefully spread them apart. We don't need the
wild card rule. The wild card's going to calm down, I think, eventually.
Hopefully.
It's still incredibly dumb, but I think it's going to have to calm down at some point.
Yeah.
Because think about all the women who we didn't see this week. Like we saw Becky.
We haven't seen Liv Morgan since she got drafted.
We haven't seen any of the Riot Squad since the Superstar Shakeup. I think since whichever round of the Shakeup. No Dana Brooke this week. No Natalia. Sasha Banks is still MIA.
Yeah, we did mention her.
We have Iconics who aren't having matches. Tag matches on their on either of the
no
shows.
Kairi Sane, Kairi and Asuka this week.
No Kairi and Asuka. Like what the hell is happening?
Lots of good talent. Yeah, I mean, I'll never complain about seeing Lacey, but we get spread the love, spread the wealth.
That's what we've always been saying.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, we're back.
Before we
We're,
move on.
we're moving on. We're moving on. Backstage.
Have you ever? Do you know that website, Cameo, Cameo.com,
No, I don't think so.
where you can pay celebrities for a little clip, and they're like, they do like a minute video or whatever,
Oh yeah, they'll do like a voicemail. Like they'll
Yeah.
record your voicemail.
or like a video like, "Hey, happy birthday" or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just looking at it for fun. There's a bunch of wrestlers on there. Most of them are like Big E's like $200, and I think Drake Maverick's like $500 for some reason.
Wow.
But fucking Lacey Evans was on there for $20.
$20?
Yeah, so I'm almost tempted to, ask her to say something about the Shoot Brothers, record a message.
I don't know. I bet
just
they
have it for the end of
wouldn't
time.
do that. I bet they can't do that.
Why not?
Be-
What? No, I was looking at a bunch of her videos.
Oh, yeah?
She was doing stuff.
Huh.
She was saying, I just say, hey, shout out the Shoot Brothers.
Just shout them out. Just put them on a list.
Yeah. Anyways, just wanted to mention that I might spend $20.
I might spend
Not right now.
$20
I might.
on some, or I might spend $60 or $80. Or,
Yeah, or $150 to get Big E to be like, oh, Shoot Brothers.
Don't you dare, Bizawa.
Anyway, sorry. Back onto the rails here.
We're moving on. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler comes out with backstage Charlie.
No.
Or Charlie
Truth
just
and
asks him
Carmella.
backstage.
Truth and Carmella first.
You really
Real quick.
can't give up on this Truth and
can't live it.
Carmella
It's
thing, right?
24/7.
They
No,
ran
24/7.
out.
No, Jinder attacked them. Jinder was there. He almost became the new champ.
Oh.
But Truth kicked out. We had the first kick out, the first official kick out in 24/7 history.
There you go. The
And
first
then
official
the B team
kick out.
come. The B team. And then finally they do hightail it.
Yeah, see, no, that's the thing. I can't care about that. You know what
I
you know what I'm
enjoy it.
you know what I'm saying? That's I can't care about whoever the weekly champ is running around in comedy spots.
Well, he did keep it though, so now he's I don't know, he's
I mean, I
he's the
guess
reigning
he'll
champ.
probably be until it changes at a house show. That's for sure.
Who knows? Oh well, anyways.
Yeah, I'm really not
on
looking
to-
forward to keeping track of this championship, mainly because I'm struggling already trying to keep track of the other 14
Yeah.
championships that are going on.
Yeah,
It's tough.
Well, this is one that they don't really even have to book matches for; they just kind of happen.
It can just kind of happen, which is almost
mean, they
worse,
can-
right? Because
you can they're still gonna have official matches, I imagine. For it.
it's almost worse because they have to put less than no thought into the segment. It's like even like a shred of thought would involve planning, but with this, they can truly just say, "Hey, you pin that guy."
Yeah, I think that's the intrigue.
That's the
Anybody, anytime,
intrigue
anywhere.
part. Oh,
It's like
God.
a never stop Money in the Bank, non-stop Money in the Bank. Never ends.
It's a constant cash in. Okay, let's
Yeah.
finish this off. No more of this 24/7 bullshit. Dolph
Wouldn't it be
Ziggler,
cool to
we
Zelina
took
Vega?
his shot.
Poor Ziggler. I know.
It was his shot.
Zelina Vega, future 24/7 champion.
It was his shot.
All right.
He kept saying
Sorry.
that. Pretty
Ziggler,
much, he
yeah.
wants this championship. That's all
Yeah.
I really got, and we all listened to him. So,
Yeah.
way to go, Dolph. You held our attention for a little bit. It was passionate.
Yeah, he was like crying at the end there when he was delivering this.
We bought your passion.
I mean, he is a former 2-time world champion, so it's not like he's never been champ. But yeah, yeah,
But this is also,
yeah. He's like, yeah. All he got hurt. Kofi stepped in. It should have been me.
should have been him.
Me!
So, of course, we're getting this match at Super Showdown, which just means that this is a one-off, I think.
Seems like
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
okay.
I think they've kept Kofi looking really strong here. So I feel like they're not going to let Ziggler. I love Ziggler, but I feel like they're not going to let him win the title.
Yeah, it sort of seems like we haven't had a real champion yet, or nobody is in this SmackDown main event picture yet, and I'm scared that it's going to be like nobody until Roman. Who will be the one to dethrone Kofi right now, because he's running through the division right now.
Yeah, I don't know at this point. Hopefully not Brock or anything like
No,
that.
hopefully not.
With that stupid country.
It's time for our main event. For SmackDown Live. We're getting Roman Reigns versus Elias with a little bit of Shane McMahon. I don't know. It's kind of what you pictured it would be, except with Drew McIntyre. That's how I could sum up
Yeah.
this match. If you have anything
there was
else
one
you
new
wanted to
thing
say about it.
Yeah, Elias did a cool twisting sit out powerbomb at one point to Roman. Hadn't seen him do that before. But yeah, that was pretty much the only. Shane was doing the shenanigans, putting his foot on the rope to save the pin, and so eventually Roman got mad and hit Shane. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Eventually Drew shows up, and there was a Claymore in there, and yeah, Shane and Drew end up standing tall.
It was pretty much
There
that. There you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was what you're picturing, but with Drew McIntyre instead. Okay, so Reigns, Shane McMahon, The Miz, Elias, Drew, we're all in this gray water right now. What the hell is happening?
They're all just, I don't know, they're all just Shane's lackeys, I guess.
I guess that means it. Yeah, we're gonna get a Roman Reigns match.
Well, yeah, Reigns is fighting Shane. Drew's fighting who, and I don't know.
Yeah, and where's Elias
Who's
fit
Elias
into
fighting?
this?
Yeah. Does he play a concert?
Does he
Is
play
gonna
a
bring
concert
out a sitar
in
at
Jeddah?
Saudi Arabia?
I really do not know
sitar.
what the hell is happening.
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell is happening, but
They're
there
just
you
gonna
have
chug
it.
through that show.
That was SmackDown Live. God, I'm really losing enthusiasm over the thought of having to spend time with this 24/7 title. It's already sometimes a chore enough to keep up with all the other titles, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. This is on you, Mike. This is gonna be on you to really drag me through this.
All right.
It's almost like, how about we do
I
this?
don't
How about we do this? Let's re-segment the 24/7 title in like a 60-second chunk. Every week it gets just 60 straight seconds of what happened with the 24/7 title, and then we don't even mention it outside of that.
It's hard.
It's like we put a sound effect of a stopwatch in the background, like a tick, 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 tick. And then it's okay, first off, Travis O'Neal grabbed it, and then he goes up the ramp, and then Robert Roode, he rolls him up, okay, and then he runs away, and then he asks for our truth, just rapid fire. You know what I'm saying?
I think it kind of needs to happen chronologically.
Oh, it happens. No, but I'm saying we rapid fire in a chronological sense.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to jump to Raw to SmackDown before you've talked about SmackDown.
Well, that's a good point. The hardcore title could have massive ramifications.
Yes. Anyways, don't you worry.
In terms of
I'll take it.
storyline.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm more optimistic about this title. I'm having fun with it.
How long? Okay, now here's one for you, though. Here's one for you, because I actually don't know. What is the shortest amount of time there's been a title for? Or before it was unified, or you kind of whatever it might be. Do you kind of know that offhand, or?
Not exactly, but probably 3 years or something.
Something
4 years.
like 3 years. Okay. So yeah, it would be unprecedented if if this new title stopped being a title in a couple months. That would be totally
Yeah. If it didn't make it to the end of the year, that'd be surprising.
Yeah, I guess even 1 year or
even till WrestleMania, till next WrestleMania.
if it somehow goes out of commission or something. That'd be real weird. I wonder though.
Yeah. I mean, there might be weeks where you don't see it, like the other belts.
Like the Raw Tag Champs?
Yeah.
Like that one?
They could just be he didn't show up because he doesn't want to lose it.
That's a good point. I mean, you don't have to show up to work,
Yeah.
right?
You can't fire me. I'm the champ.
You can't. I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. They just have to break into your house and pin you. That's the only way.
Folks, there you have it. SmackDown Live. There you go.
Yeah.
All your 24/7
Right.
title belt needs in one show.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, who knows who could be champ?
Yeah, by the time you hear this, be sure to check up on Twitter. We tell you this every single week. You got to check Twitter because shit's always happening on Twitter that
Apparently.
you won't learn unless you are on Twitter. There you have it.
Yeah. All right.
It's God, it's about time that we move on to the end of the show. Is that what that means?
Yeah. What? Do a quick AEW thing?
Oh my God, I forgot about that one. Oh, this is.
We don't have to talk about
this. Is
the match.
last
We can just
November all over again. Those crazy 4 weeks of just shows. Of course, folks, what Mike's talking about is Double or Nothing live from the MGM Grand. This
Vegas.
Saturday, I believe, the 25th, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's the first show. It's a lot of hype, I think, behind just the fact that it is the first one. Will it be good? Will it deliver on all of its promises? One promise it cannot deliver on, though, is actually Adam Hangman Page and Neville, or Pac. That match will not be happening.
Yeah, so there was some confusion there with the booking, I guess. The long-term story, they couldn't work it out, so they just apparently they filmed the match over in London, so they still did the match, but it's not part of the pay-per-view anymore.
Yeah, check out that match. It's really good. It is really good, and I think it's still branded as like AEW, I think.
Yeah, so I mean,
but
apparently the situation was that Pac was supposed to win this and then go on to face Omega and then lose to Omega, but they didn't want Dragon Gate didn't want their champion losing or something. I don't know. It was. So whatever reason, it's unfortunate because Pac, he's a great wrestler, and I would love to, it's so close to have the match canceled only like a week before is unfortunate.
But it's still out there.
It still exists.
We're just not getting the match. Let's just get some hot takes right here. Well, we have SoCal Uncensored taking on the Strong Hearts, which of course is T-Hawk, El Lindemann, and Chima. 6-man tag match. SoCal Uncensored. Let's go for it.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels, man, he's still going. He's like what? How old? He's almost 50 now, but he's still
coming up there. Frankie Kazarian's in that same boat. Which is going to be sweet. We have more tag team action when the Best Friends are taking on Angelico and Jack Evans. I thought the Best Friends were going to make their way into the other tag match with the Bucks and the Lucha Bros, but I guess we're just getting I guess they're getting their own thing.
Yeah, this is just a tag. No titles on the line in this one. Should be fun. But there is a tag team title match. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. This is one of my most anticipated matches. This is going to be fun.
This will be fun.
Yeah, Pentagon, Phoenix, I fucking love those guys. The Young Bucks, they're one of the best tag teams in the world. This is going to be awesome. Good match.
Great match. Let's see the Lucha Bros come away with a quick win. Or not a quick win, just a win.
Well, yeah, a well-fought win.
Well-thought win.
What other big matches? The Cody versus Dustin, of course. I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be fun.
There'll
be some great storytelling there. Of course, probably our main event, the Kenny Omega Chris Jericho rematch.
Yeah, rematch, right? Isn't this the third?
No, this is 2.
Third go around. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought.
No, I think Tokyo Dome was the first one, and then. Yeah, this is. I guess is this the grudge match? Is that what they call it when it's up 1-0 or something?
I don't know. For whatever reason, I thought this was the third, but I guess
no. They've interacted, but never an actual match. And they did one on the Jericho Cruise, but that was more like a fun match with it was like a fun tag match.
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, this will be a great match. We all know it.
And it's gonna be close. I mean, Chris Jericho gets the win, sets up the final deciding third match at time
eventually
TBD.
So there's no real official AEW titles yet. We'll get those down the road. We just have the AAA tag title match. But we do have the Battle Royal to determine the future AEW World Championship match, I guess.
Dude, yeah, for the shot at that match. Lot of names going on here. Of course, Joey Janela, MJF, Billy Gunn, Ty Dillinger.
I was gonna say he just recently threw his hat in, so. And there's going to be a couple mysteries still to be announced.
I think there's a lot of TBD, but the biggest question on everyone's mind. Is Jon Moxley that TBD? What do you think?
Is he number 21? I don't know. I think there's a chance. There's definitely a good chance.
There's a chance. Moxley. I mean, if this is, so of course Hangman Page does not have a match now. I mean, I guess there's a chance he could be one of the TBDs to get that.
Yeah, or they could give him another. I heard they might just replace someone. Like, I don't know. He might still have a singles match. But
again, nothing like championship. I mean, of course, he will be the guy on the top of the card when that does happen. But you know what? I think it's going to happen. Jon Moxley's gonna win the Casino Battle Royal in like a super violent way.
And the crowd's gonna go.
Crowd's gonna go nuts.
Like, holy shit! Holy shit.
some kind of holy shit type moment. And there you go. There you go. Those are the hot takes.
That was all the big matches. Yeah, there's a couple other little matches on there, but we don't, not as much to say. But yeah, well, we can review. We can do some review after that show next week.
Of course we can.
Yeah, I don't know if either of us will be watching live because the time I think coincides with Raptors Game 6.
Another Raptors game. Yeah, I thought so. I haven't looked that far ahead, but I just assumed.
Yeah. I guess you haven't looked into tickets for that one, have you? Game 6.
No,
Scotiabank?
no. We're buying tickets to Game 1 and Game 7 of the NBA Finals, though.
Whoop. All right.
So that's the plan. I think Matt just said that those tickets went on sale, and
that makes sense.
Game 7 because we were like, yeah, we now have to buy Game 7.
Just in case.
Yeah, and then Game 1 because we have game 1, baby. We're just gonna sit in the same seats and then fucking go from there. Hell yeah, folks. Because it's
that'll be fun.
Double or
Big
nothing,
week.
baby. Yeah, that's right. I think that's the end of our weekly program. We only have one more thing when we tell you who our wrestler of the week is.
It's the wrestler of the week. Wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. Wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week.
So, Mike, what do you got?
This week, I think we only saw him the once, but he just had such a great performance. I'm going to give it to AJ Styles for that match with Seth Rollins. It was just such good work. AJ's the man.
AJ's the man. It's phenomenal. Doesn't matter which house he goes to. He's just building it. Or some kind of analogy. Of course, my wrestler of the week, I'm giving it to Andrade this week. He had a great match with Mustafa Ali. Put Finn Balor over. Put Mustafa Ali over. And god damn it, is he fun to watch.
Yeah, no, he looked great in the ladder match as well, and yeah, he's always good.
There you have it, folks. Our wrestlers of the week. That does conclude our weekly show. Thanks for listening. Of course, you can rate, review, like, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, all the other places you listen to podcasts. Give us 5 stars, why don't you?
Yeah, 6 stars.
5 stars and a comment. That's different in the algorithm of how it works, of how Apple Podcasts work. I don't get it. I just know algorithms are good if you get comments, so that'd be great. That'd be hot. That'd be great. Okay, Mike, I'm real looking forward to next week when we finally get to see all the unravelings from this Double or Nothing. We got some more wild cards, presumably.
You might not realize it, but this Saturday is Double or Nothing. The very next Saturday, there's an NXT takeover. So get ready for that.
Fuck.
Get ready for that. It doesn't end.
It does.
And then the following week after that, there's a Saudi Arabia show and a New Japan show. And anyways, it never ends.
God, it never ends, folks. Professional wrestling never ends. That's it. That's all we've got for this week because I think I need to start preparing for next week's show.
Yes, this was big show. We hit the 2-hour mark almost.
We almost hit the 2-hour mark, folks. Well, that's all we got for you here. Shoot brothers, shoot sisters, shoot daddies.
Yeah, shoot mama, shoot papa, shoot ladies.
Shoot ladies.
Give me a call.
There you go. Okay. See you later. Bye.
All right.